What the angel said came true, and they named his son Samson. And the Spirit of the Lord was carrying Samson, and he grew as the Lord blessed him.
Here's my son.
The angel appeared to them again, and gave the same instructions about their son as before. Then Manoah made a sacrifice to God. And the angel went back up to heaven in the flame of the sacrifice. Samson went old and found a Philistine woman and wanted to marry her. He gave us the spirits to come with him so he could marry her. As Samson was in the vineyard, a lion attacked Samson and he killed it with his bare hands, because the Spirit of the Lord came powerfully on him. Sometime later, Samson walked past the dead lion and saw a bee's nest with some honey in it. He then broke the nest and ate the honey. Samson went back to get his wife and found out she had been given away. So Samson really wanted to get them. He caught 300 of the Philistines' flocks, tied their walls together in twos, and lit them on fire, turned them into their wild grain field. When the Philistines heard who did this, they burned down his wife's house and his wife's father's house while they were in it.
No! No!
Samson was really angry and vowed to kill Philistines until he got his vengeance. So he lived in a cave while he was killing them. Then the Philistines were oppressing an area of Israel and sent the Israelites to trade Samson for their freedom. So Samson agreed. They tied him up and brought him to the Philistines. Once he approached the Philistines, the Spirit of the Lord came upon him. He broke free of the ropes, grabbed the jawbone of the donkey, and killed 1,000 Philistines. They came to capture him. 20 years later, Samson went and slept with a prostitute. And the Philistines heard where he was, so they surrounded the city and locked it up. They were waiting till morning to kill him, but the Spirit of the Lord came upon him. He got up, tore off the gates to the city, and carried them up to the top of the hill. Fell in love with a Philistine named Delilah. Then the rules of the Philistines said they would pay her handsomely if she tells them the secret to his strength. So Delilah asked Samson, and he said, tie 7 fresh bowstrings that are dried up, and then I can't get free of them. So that night, she did it. And the Philistines attacked. But the Spirit of the Lord came upon him, and he broke free and killed them all. Delilah said, why do you make a fool of me? Just tell me how you can be subdued. So Samson said, if I'm tied up with new ropes that have never been used, I can't get loose. So that night, the same thing happened again.
Okay.
Delilah said, how can you say you love me if you won't tell me the truth? Again, Samson said, tie my hair up in 7 braids in the loom and I can't get out. So that's what she did that night. But the same thing happened again. Then he finally said that the secret is his hair has never been cut. That night she cut his hair, and when the Philistines came, the Spirit of the Lord had left Samson, and he didn't even know it. So the Philistines captured him and gouged out his eyes. They made him their slave and put him on a wheel to work, and his hair began to grow again. Sometime later, all the rulers of the Philistines and 3,000 others watching came to celebrate their god David. Then they brought Samson into the party to make fun of him and laugh at him in their victory over the Israelites. They tied him in between two pillars, and after praying to God, he pulled the pillars down and killed all of them. And Samson ended up killing more Philistines in his death than he did while he lived. And that is the story of Samson.